Perfect. All right, so we're live now. So just I see Josh sliding in the parking lot here, getting his. So I'm sure he'll be coming in just so I'll go over some of the announcements and things we have going on. Thank you everybody who brought in stuff for the Catherine McCauley House. I'm taking all of that stuff tomorrow at noon to drop off for them. So it was wonderfully successful again. If you're like, oh man, wait, I could take like money to grab a gift card kind of on the way. So we like to do like breakfast kind of stuff with them, give them money to the grocery store. Those kinds of things we can still do, but all the gifts that we needed are like set and done. So thank you very much. The workshop coming up, we have tonight, like kirtan and hot chocolate with Tyler. So if you want to come in and do some like mantra, kind of like chanting, he'll play the harmonium. He's a super nice guy, has like nothing but like a goodness in his heart. You can come and like share that with him. We'd love to have lots of people here to sing.
Is it just mantra, or is it meditation mantra? Is it yoga and mantra?
There's no like movement stuff. It's just gonna be like chanting and singing while he plays. And then hot chocolates and stuff. So like snacks. I think he was putting even snacks on. Like, please come. I'll have food and hot chocolate. And but he'll bring like, I think he has like sheet music for people so that you can see what you're saying, so that it's easier to follow along with rather than just being like, I have no idea what you're saying. So come along. He's a good one. It will be a lot of fun tonight. Then as far as the holidays go, we're closed on Christmas Day. And we have like one 9 o'clock class on New Year's Day. And that's it. Otherwise, the way the holiday fell, it's like super easy. So New Year's Eve, we're still gonna have the 2 classes, or Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, like we'll still have our regular classes in the morning. There's nothing to cancel in the evening, so we're good to go. If you would like gift certificates, those things we can do at the desk. You can do them online. If you like find out that somebody bought you something last minute, and you're like, oh nuts. You can get like a printed out gift card from the website, pretty easy. You don't even have to come here to take care of it. Joe Longo will be here January 6th to do his Kundalini class for Manifesting 2023. So Kundalini practice with Joe is very fun. I promise you'll smile a lot. He is on Facebook and YouTube and does like some coaching too. So if you're looking for a little bit of direction for 2023, he could be a really fun guy to work with, kind of creating those visions and stepping forward. So outside of that, we'll get you guys moving and grooving today. So I'm gonna have everybody come to stand at the top of their mat today. So we're gonna start standing. And when you come to stand, you can stand with your feet together so that your big toes touch and you get like a little space between the heels. The knees kind of like looking at each other, the hands come inside. Or if you prefer the feet apart, that works too. And if I'm taking my feet apart, I push my big toe down and then like spread my baby toes like way out to the side as far as I can, and then release them down too. So we're making like the widest foot you can, kind of spreading out the opposite of those like tight fitted shoes. So as you close your eyes, relaxing your arms at your sides, just noticing how the body feels today. So perhaps you had like some slush shoveling, perhaps you had some extra hours on the couch yesterday, watching TV and spending time not doing as much. Maybe you got a big long list of things to do before the end of the year, before the holidays. Maybe your list is done. And some ease in knowing that the preparations are made. One of my lessons for 2022 and moving into 2023 is in non-forcing. when it comes to personality types or colors, like I love to get stuff done. And not only do I like to get stuff done, but I want it done on the timeline that I like it done in. So this year I will remember the fun. And that sometimes things don't work out for a good reason. I will find the appreciation for the people who are like me that work really hard to make sure that things happen. We'll thank them for their time and their efforts. So if you have a lesson that you're taking forward, a feeling of self-care, the thing that you need this year, I think that would bring a little more balance to your life. You can set that intention now. If there's someone in your life that you would like to dedicate or offer your time and practice to, they might have what they need. And that they might rest well. Now fluttering your eyes open on an inhale, take both arms, reach them up towards the sky. Good, take a few little circles in your wrist, rolling them around first in one direction. And then a few circles in the opposite direction. And then releasing both arms at your side. Lower your chin down into your chest, roll the right ear towards the right shoulder. Keeping your spine tall and the head just tips to the side. Shoulders stay relaxed, spine stays tall. And then the chin comes back down into the chest, and take the left ear towards the left shoulder. And in the same way, keep those shoulders relaxed. The spine tall, just the tip of the head. And then the chin back down into the chest, and you find a few gentle circles in the neck. First in one direction. And then a few circles in the opposite direction. And then coming back to center, inhale, both arms up towards the sky. Reach up, bring those palms together, look at your thumbs. As you exhale, bend the knees, forward fold, and then connect those hands down on the floor. Bend the knees as much as you need to do so. But draw your chin into your chest, get really long on the back of the neck. But now slowly straighten one leg. And then rebend it. And then slowly straighten the other leg. And then rebend it. And then keeping the chest and the thighs in contact. See if you can straighten both legs a little bit. They don't have to straighten all the way. Keep that chin in, the back of the neck long. Bring your fingers around your elbows. And then hanging there in that ragdoll, if you feel a little like tippy, you might want to separate the feet a little further apart. You can rock the body forward and back, or left and right. And with the chin into the chest and the fingers around those elbows and the body swing, we're just trying to release any tension in that low back space. Not so much worried about really overstretching at that hamstrings yet. This is like taffy, pulling on that low back. Releasing your hands back down onto the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, palms down, step, jump, walk, or float it back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, lifting upward facing dog or tall cobra. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale back, downward facing dog. As you hang here in your downward facing dog, you can shake your head yes or no. You can pedal out in the feet or move the hips. We're just moving to see how you make things feel really, really good. All right, on your next inhale, looking forward. As you exhale, hop, step, jump, walk, or float, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, and forward, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, arms up, overhead, a back bend at the top of the movement. Then exhale, forward, fold, hands back down to here. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. And step, jump, float it back. Inhale, lift upward facing dog or tall cobra. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, upward facing dog. Stand down. So good. On your next inhale, looking forward. As you exhale, hop, step, jump, walk, float, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, and forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, arms up overhead. Bring those palms together, look at your thumbs, back bend. And then your hands back on heart center. Good. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep your arms up to the sky, Utkatasana. And we're like just looking at the space between your hands. We're not so much looking with your nose or your chin as you're just like looking with your eyes. Imagine like you're even getting like an eyeball stretch today. So you look like back of the neck stays relaxed. The arms reach up and back. And you just kind of look your eyes up there. Good. As you exhale, forward fold. Take the hands down, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, step, jump, walk, or float it back. Inhale, upward facing dog or tall cobra. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, down the back. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Right leg goes up in the air, three-legged down dog. And on an inhale, you rise all the way to warrior one. Right foot forward. Then an exhale takes you all the way down to the floor, chaturanga dandasana. And it might take you an extra breath to make it there. That's okay. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. Then the left foot steps through between the hands. On an inhale, rising up, warrior one. Exhale to the floor, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or tall cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hop, step, jump off, like top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, and forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep your arms up to the sky. Utkatasana, looking between those hands. As you exhale to standing, bring the palms together, lift the thumbs back in. Your hands back to heart center. Good. Inhale, and sweep your arms up to the sky. Utkatasana, drishti between the hands. Looking out towards those fingertips. Exhale, forward fold, hands down, straighten the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or tall cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, warrior one, right foot forward. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Move your own breath in. Take all the time. Follow your breath, extra breaths as needed. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, warrior one. Rising on the inhale. Exhaling, chaturanga dandasana. Take your time. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up in the air, two legs down dog, bend the knee, open in your hand. Exhale, step the right foot through between your hands, rising up, warrior two. Your left arm leads as you rise up. Good, so in your warrior two, bring your hands to your hips. See if you can make a little bit larger stance. You separate your left foot and right foot a little more. But now as you bend deeply into the right knee, pull that right knee towards the right baby toe side. So you're turning on your right butt cheek. And almost imagine like you're trying to roll that right thigh under your butt. Pulling that low belly in, take your arms out to the side, like carrying pizza in your hands. Or like trays of hors d'oeuvres or appetizers for your dearest friends and family. Look at your back hand, make sure it's in line with your front hand. Sometimes you're surprised with things like that. Good. Now, keep your arm bone by your shoulder as it is. And turn your palms down like you're like, this is bullshit. Done with this. Just turn those palms down. Good. Bend a little deeper into that right knee. Turn your right palm up towards the sky, inhale. Then exhale, lean back, reversing your warrior. We'll hold here, reaching out for those right fingertips. So keep that arm nice and long, and see if you can see the fingertips, like you're looking for the palm of your hand. Bend a little deeper into the right knee. Pull the right knee towards the baby toe side. One more big breath into that armpit on that right side. Exhale, come back to center warrior 2. You have a moment here to straighten and then rebend that right leg if needed. Good, bringing your right hand down to the floor inside your right foot. You can put it on a block. The blocks have heights. You can pick the height that you like for that. Where's that damn block? Okay. Turning that left arm up towards the ceiling, you look for your hand again. If that bothers your neck, then don't look at that left hand, look at your right hand. Then take that left hand behind your back. Turn your chest a little more towards the side wall. 3 breaths here. 3 of my breaths. Good. Take that left arm back up to the sky. Rise back up to stand. And straighten in the right leg. Good. Inhale, nice and tall to the crown of your head. Exhale, reach out as far as you can towards the front of the mat. Don't go down, just reach out. Now look out over those right fingertips again and see if you can reach a little further. Your front leg is straight. Good. Stick your butt up and back behind you. Keep reaching, 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 reaching. Good. Your right hand comes down towards the inside of your right foot, maybe on the block. Left arm up towards the sky, triangle pose. And in this triangle pose, that hand can be on that block. That's great. It lifts you up a little higher. It can allow you to make your belly strong. Can you turn on the muscles on the left side, the side that faces the ceiling? That those muscles squeeze and they lift you up a little higher. They straighten the spine a little more. Now on an inhale, use those muscles in your inner thighs. Rise all the way up to stand. Rebend into the right knee, cartwheel the hands down the floor, step back and slow lower. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or tall cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Left leg up in the air, 3 legs down dog, bend the knee, open the hip. And then step the left foot through between your hands. Inhale, rising up, warrior 2. This kind of right arm release. Come up. Bring your hands back toward your hips. Let's do the same thing. Or maybe you widen out the stance. You get a little wider. Now this is the second side. So if you're like, oh, the front side was really hard, so I'm going to shorten my stance so it's not so hard this time. We'll challenge you to go to that really hard place that's balanced on both sides. I promise, the second side never feels quite as long because now you know you can do it. So when you find that widest stance that you can take, bend deeply into that left knee and then pull the left knee to the baby toe side with your butt cheek. And that idea of how do I pull my knee out and then roll that thigh, so I'm really pulling that butt cheek under on the left side. The right hip draws back as well, and those arms go out, and you're holding trays at first. Taking it all the way from your shoulders, those shoulder blades come together down the back. And then you reach it out from that place. And then keeping the arms exactly as they are at the shoulder, you turn just the palm down, the forearm turns down. Looking out over those fingertips, maybe you see your fingernail, or you notice all the hair in your forearms, all the way out to those fingertips. That bumpy road. Turn your left palm up towards the sky, big inhale, exhale, lean back, reversing your warrior, and we're gonna reach those left fingers up and back. I want you to try to look again towards those fingers if you can. Little eyeball stretches again. And as you hold here in this space, you breathe into that armpit, that side body, and stretch. On your inhale, come back through center, warrior two. This was your moment now to like straighten. And then rebend in that left knee. Draw that low belly in slowly. Left elbow inside the left leg. Your left hand down on the block or the floor. So in that position, you can like really lay on that left hand. Or you can find that squeeze in your inner thighs and get as light as possible on that left hand. Looking up towards the right fingertips. That bothers your neck. Look down towards the floor. We're taking that right hand now behind your back. And turning your chest a little more towards the side wall. Keep bending into that knee. Keep pulling that knee back, back, back. Good. Inhale, releasing, rise back up. Warrior two. Straightening the front leg. Keeping that front leg straight, reaching out over that left leg. So we're reaching through those fingers, and you just like stick your butt back as far as you can, reach out as far as you can, and hold. And then that left hand comes down. The right arm goes over. So we find the triangle pose here, where we engage those top abs. The right side, and we squeeze those muscles together to hold this line in space. How light can you get on the left hand? And you hold yourself. On an inhale, rising back up to center. Rebend into that left knee, cartwheel the hands down the floor, step back. Slow lower, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog or tall cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. So walking your hands back towards your feet, come into a forward fold at the back of the mat, peace sign fingers around the big toe. So I take the peace sign fingers between the big toe and the second toe, the thumbs kind of lock over the top. And then my toes push my fingers down, like try to make them curl down. And the fingers try to pull that big toe up, and that opposition helps you lengthen the back of your leg. Relax any tension in the neck. Shake your head, yes or no. Releasing your toes, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, walk it out. Downward facing dog. Pushing the ground away. Inhale, right leg up in the air. So leg it down, drop it from the knee, open your head. Big stretch, point that knee to the sky. Pull your heel towards your butt like you mean it. Yeah. Step the right foot through between your hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm back. Yes, that's it. From your warrior two, we'll be moving to Ardha Chandrasana, which is half moon, with an option of mine. So if you want to move your block forward and just like to the right of your right baby toe, that will set you up to have your hand on the block. Otherwise, from this warrior two position, we step up into the right leg. The left leg lifts up. You're holding yourself out there in space again. But you're standing on your right leg. Right hand can come down the block if you like. And then maybe you bend that left leg so your heel comes to your butt, just like you did in three-legged down dog. pull that heel in like you need it. And then maybe your left hand reaches back and grab a hold of that foot. And then you kick your foot into your hand. And you find your balance here in this bound half moon position. Releasing your bind, stepping back to warrior two. Excellent. Straighten your front leg. Turn those right toes towards the front. Hands on your hips. Big inhale, your chest. Exhale, forward fold, down inside. So turn those toes in. Alrighty, bend your knees a little bit. And then as your heels push out with your knees bent, and you try to pull yourself down towards the floor, take your hands and reach out for your ankles. And see if you can draw yourself down. And then as you draw yourself down, maybe you straighten a bit in the legs. Now, without moving your feet or your legs, you walk both hands to the right foot and draw yourself down. You can imagine like getting your right shoulder under that right leg. And like you go under your right leg. Yeah. But the legs stay straight. Oh yes, we're pulling ourselves through. Craziness. Ridiculous. Come back to the center. Good. Both hands towards the left leg. You just keep the legs as they are. Just walking your hands over. Both legs stay straight. Maybe you're with both legs straight. Yes. Maybe going under the left leg. Yes, so good. And then back to your center. Go again. Inhale, half lift, hands to your hips. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Exhale all the way to standing. From your right toes back towards the front of the room. Cartwheel the hands down the floor. Step back to the lower. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift, upward facing dog or tall cobra. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Left leg up in the air, three-legged down dog, bend the knee, open the hip. Bend your knee like you mean it. Imagine, pretty soon you're going to be taking that right hand or left hand and reaching back for that foot. Good, step the left foot through between the hands. That's the idea. Stepping up, warrior two. So remember, we're moving into that half moon again. So if you would like your block to be there for support, move it now. So the block is outside and forward of the left baby toe. When you're ready, stepping up into your left leg. Right leg lifts up off the ground, hips stacked, one on top of the other, like warrior two. And then maybe we're just trying to get that hand off the ground. That could be a great place to start, just balance. You lift your leg a little higher if you'd like to. Then maybe you bend the knee, and you bring your heel to your butt, and squeeze it back like you really mean it. And then the right hand can reach back for that foot, and then when you get the foot, you kick into it. And that foot kicking back helps you lift a little higher. And your chest still faces the side wall. And your heel still comes to your butt. And you're breathing and smiling, right? Now picturing that Warrior 2, release the foot. You've got it. Step it back. Warrior 2. Good. Hands on your hips, straighten those legs. Turn those left toes to face the front. Hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Bend your elbows as much as you can. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the arms. Big inhale. Exhale, forward fold inside the legs. Bend your knees. Bend them, bend them, bend them. Then now squeeze those shoulder blades together. As you see like the wrinkles around your back as those shoulder blades coming up. Reach those hands up to the ceiling. And then to the wall out in front of you. And then like down to the floor. So that's just directionally where we're going. You keep squeezing those shoulder blades together. You keep drawing your chest down towards the floor. And you keep working towards straightening the legs. Good. Now, releasing your hands down to the floor. Stay in your forward fold. Identify the right leg. Good. Walk both hands to the right. Right arm up towards the sky. Good. And then right hand back down. Now left arm behind. Stay to the right leg. Sorry. Stay. Okay, good. Now the left arm goes up to the sky. Good. And can you take that one behind your back? Good. Can you take that right arm under your right leg? And then can you imagine your hands coming together back there? Inside. Yeah, that's it. Now keep turning your chest. Keep turning your chest. Keep straightening the legs. Keep turning your chest. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. Oh my gosh, all the things. And then unwinding, releasing, come back to your chest here. And go to the other side. So walk the hands towards the left side. And then the left arm reaches up. So first just twisting in this direction. Yeah. And then we bring the hand back down. And now you stay on the left side, but now the right arm reaches up. You take that arm behind your back. And then you take your left arm and be underneath your left leg. This is where things like yoga is about like putting yourself in a pretzel. This is where we get this reputation. So if you're not feeling it, no worries, right? You can use a strap to bring the hands together. They don't have to touch. You still get the stretch. Yeah. And then as you're working towards squeezing those shoulder blades together, finding that straightness in that leg. Keeping turning in the chest. Just smile. Keep turning the chest. Keep straightening the legs. Keep turning the chest. Keep straightening the legs. Good. Release. Unbind. Go back to your center. Halfway lift. Exhale all the way to standing. Squeeze those legs together. Good. Turning those left toes towards the front of the room. Cartwheel the hands down the floor. Step it back and slow lower. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Thank you. Good, right leg up in the air, so we get down, bend the knee over your head. Put the right foot through between the hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Last time. So make it a good one. All right, big bend, big space. Right hand, down to the floor, inside the right leg. Left arm behind your back. Right arm reaches under the right leg. Try to bring your fingers together. We're working for that back. Yes. Keep bending deep into the So close. Good. Now, whether you're bound or not, because it really doesn't matter. Just like playing. Okay. I'm not here to ruin a shoulder over getting this pose today. We step forward to the top of the mat. Bound or unbound doesn't matter. And if you're bound, keep it. Keep it. Step into the left leg. Lift your right leg up towards the sky. Or paradise. It's like we've been doing the same move this whole class, huh? We're finding the leg, stretching, reaching, stabilizing. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Straighten that leg out if you can. Point the toes. Stand tall. Stand tall. Stand tall. Good. And then bringing that leg back down to the floor. Stepping back. Moving ever so beautifully through. Release the hands. Good. Rise back up to standing warrior 2. Good. Straighten up both legs. Nice and tall. Reach out over triangle pose. Right hand down. Press your right hand thigh towards the front of the room, which now, so like your sidewalk. So like press the right inner thigh forward, pull the shoulders back. Good. Rebend into that right knee. Take your hands down to the floor. Inside the right leg. Now, could you, maybe, get into like a chaturanga feeling where your elbows bend and come forward. You get that right elbow underneath your right leg. You start to lean into your hands and you straighten that right leg out in front of you. So your right elbow goes down to the side, and then your elbow kind of like turns out. And you try to straighten that right leg a little or a lot, and then you start to lean forward, and then your left leg lifts up. Maybe a little arm balance action here. You gotta get that left arm set. Your left arm, yeah.
You have to be able to do a split.
No, you don't have to be able to do a split, but it's fun. Yes. Good. And then send it back. Downward facing dog. You can move through a vinyasa if you like. We'll be all in downward facing dog. Good, left leg up in the air, really down dog. Then you lift. Set the left foot through between the hands, rising up, warrior 2. Big bend to the left. Left hand down to the floor, inside. Pause. Right arm up towards the sky. Pause. Right arm rolls in. So you roll that arm in, and then bend the elbow. Then your left arm, I don't know why I keep saying it. Left arm rolls in, as well. And then that arm rests. And then your hands come together. And then when you have the left arm and the right arm both rolling in, squeeze those shoulder blades together. And that's your bind. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Yes. Keep turning the chest. Keep rolling those arm bones in. Yes, and then whether you're bound or not, we step forward now, top of the mat, go to paradise. Stepping into the right foot, lift your left leg up. Or not, right? Maybe you just stand on one foot. Maybe you straighten the left leg. Stand up, slow fall. And then bring that leg back down to the floor. Step back with your right foot. Release the bar with your back. Good. Rise up, warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Final pose. Reach out over that left leg as far as you can. Left hand comes down towards the floor. Right arm up towards the sky, maybe you look up, maybe you look down. Press that left inner thigh forward to the long edge of your mat and your shoulders back. And as light as you can on that left hand, straighten that left leg. Yes, keep turning your chest towards the sidewall. Beautiful, rebend into that left knee. Bring your hands down inside your left leg. Your right heel spins up towards the sky. You have an option here to work towards an arm balance. So you're leaning your body weight forward. Your left elbow goes out to the left side, so your left thigh can press into it. And your right leg lifts up towards the sky. Your right elbow is going to be super active and squeezing in. If you're like, what? This is ridiculous. Feel free to do a crow pose or another arm balance. And then send it back. Downward facing dog. Feel free to move to that Vinyasa if you like. We all end up back in the downward facing dog. Ah, so nice, so nice, so nice. Good. Inhale, looking forward. You're gonna jump through to a seated position or walk your feet forward, cross your ankles, wiggle them through, and come to seated. Both legs out nice and long. From your seated position, with legs out nice and long. Squeeze those ankles, knees, and toes together like we did in the beginning. So everything touches. Point your toes, reach up towards the sky. Exhale and forward fold. Feet are together, toes are towards it. Best you can. No worries. Squeeze. Squeeze. Good, now look at your feet. Keep that squeeze and pull the toes back towards your face. Yes, you squeeze on this side. So the toes goes back. Yes, squeeze. So good. And releasing, rise back up to the center. Good, bring the knees into your chest. Grab onto the baby toe sides of your feet. So from center, fingers on those baby toes, knees squeeze together. I want you to see if you can find a place where you balance. Then, pointing those toes, hanging on to like the outer edge of your foot or your ankle, we're gonna work towards straightening those legs and like pulling yourself in. Balancing here. Like pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Good. And now take the legs apart, still balancing. Smiling, huh? So funny. Now, could you like squeeze up and out with your legs? You could like take your hands off and not lose your legs. And grab them a little bit and pull them in even more. And then the legs together. And then the feet out. So good. Both legs out nice and long. Right leg comes in. Sitting nice and tall. So I'm trying to squeeze everything towards center. And then folding over that left leg. And keep some activity in those inner thighs, rolling. Good. Inhale, half a lift. Now that right knee, like open it up a little more. Then I want you to slide that left arm inside the left leg. And your right arm up overhead. And maybe it comes towards that foot. You turn your chest open. Now, we've got left hand down inside. Your right arm reaching up and over. Can you grab a hold of the baby toe side of your foot? Press into your left hand and lift up. You find like your left hand down. Left hand down on the floor. Your right arm reaches up over your head for your foot. No, they're not. Right? It's just like, oh, how do I go from reaching out for that baby toe side, bringing my left arm in, pressing up, and then extending out to the other way. And then bringing yourself back out to the side. We'll leave that one. Both hands into your chest. How long did you take out of you? Extend both legs out long. Find the place that you can balance here. Try to pull yourself together. Balancing on those butt cheeks. The bigger your butt cheeks are, the easier it is to balance. And take the legs apart wide. Keep trying to pull your chest through the legs behind you. And now, from this position, can we let go of the legs and hold them out there? And then reach back for the feet. Yes, and then pull them in. And the feet come in. And the legs are long. Hang it forward, fold. And then rise and work. So you position the left leg comes in. And sit up nice and tall first. Feel those inner thighs squeezing in. Exhale and forward fold. Keep some activity in your inner thighs. Good on your inhale, coming back up. We're gonna slide that right arm down inside the right leg. And now the left arm comes up and over and reaches for that baby toe side of the foot. Keep taking that right arm under, turning your chest. People ask me all the time if I just do yoga. I'm like, no. But I take the ideas that I learned in yoga to everything that I do. I think yoga makes you better at everything. Living, breathing, interacting. Wherever you are from that, if you want to try, if you've got to hold that big toe side of the foot, if you want to try to like lift up that right leg, your right arm inside, straighten that compass pose. I'm not just making this up, this is an actual yoga pose. I'm not like, let's see how crazy we can make this. See if you can get that arm behind your head or your head through. Yeah. And come on, try to get that arm a little bit further through. Yeah. And then take it right behind it, so you're keeping it almost like right behind your head. And you're turning it in. Yeah. Press and press and press. That's what I'm doing tonight. Release it, nice and slow. Come on back to your setup. Yeah.
Christmas party.
Christmas party tricks. That's what we'll do. That should have a nice holiday time. Both legs down, nice and long. Good. Inhale, both arms up to the sky, reach up. Exhale, forward fold over long legs. Inhale, back up through seven. And we're gonna open up to the long side of the mat, wide legs. If you got that block nearby, grab hold of it. Good, so in your wide-legged seat, before you take the block anywhere, I just want it nearby. Take your hands behind your head, elbows wide, and just sit up tall. So this is already like probably pretty challenging, yeah? So that's cool, then you just sit here. Like, oh, I'm in a challenging position. If you want, you can try to like pick your heels up off the floor. Like, bring my heels to lift without leaning back. That's leaning forward, shoulder blades squeezing together. Good, relax those legs down. Now with your elbows out nice and wide, like they're in like almost like between panes of glass. You let your right elbow come down towards the floor behind your right leg. Your left elbow points up to the sky. Make both legs really strong. Reach out through your heels and pull your thigh bones into your hip sockets. You do both things at once. It turns all those muscles on in the legs. And then rise back into center to the strength of your abdominals and then tip to the opposite side. And breathe and breathe and smile and breathe and smile and breathe. Good. Keep lifting up through the chest, shoulders squeezing together. Finding that tip. And then use your abs. Come back up to center. Good. One more time each direction. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Don't lose the squeeze. Tip to the right. Squeeze those shoulder blades on the back. It doesn't matter if you touch them. Make both legs really strong.
Who's touching the floor with their elbows?
Everybody else besides you. Everyone does. Rise back up to center. Good. One more time. Opposite side. Chest reaches forward. Shoulder blades squeeze back. Legs are strong. And rise back up to center. Good. Release. Now you take that block in your hands and hold that over your head. So we're gonna take the block so that it's like the medium height and your fingers kind of up on the top and your arms squeezing towards the block. So yeah, the medium height, fingers over the top. The way that it sucks to hold it, you know? The way that you're like, why? Why is this so hard? And then you make your arms as straight as you can and then pull them back behind you. And those arms are straight. And you straighten them, straighten them, straighten them, and pull them back. Good. Now keep this as you tip over to the right side. Ah, it's so hard. Squeeze. Pull. Squeeze. Listen. Good. Back up to center. Ah, take a break if you need it. We're going to the other side. Ah. Big squeeze. Pull those fingers around the block. Arms super straight. Even more. Lift the block. Good. Tip to the other side. Good. Make sure the bottom shoulder comes forward as you reach out the way you don't want to have to do it. Arms super strong. Squeezing those wrists in. Super strong. Reach and back up to center. Release the block. Good. Look at your right leg. Inhale, tall. Exhale, reach both arms for that right leg. Yeah. Maybe you hold on to your ankle or your shin or your toe. Think about pulling those ribs back, turning the body as you go. You keep the other leg active, strong, make your thigh muscles strong, like feel it. Yes, out. Good, and back up this side. Other side, nice and tall, big inhale. Exhale to the left leg. Turn your chest to face the legs. Keep the right leg strong. Don't let that right butt cheek pick up so that you can get the foot. Make the right butt cheek ground into the floor. Make the thigh muscle strong. And then lengthen your spine out over that left leg. Can you take your left ribs and pull them back and send your right ribs forward? And then back to center. All right. Now we go down inside the legs. You need a little break. Bounce those legs. Pull your legs in a little bit. Move around. Pick your hips up. Whatever you need to do. Now when you're going down inside, you're leading with your chest. It does not matter how far down you go. I would like you to keep some of the strength in your back muscles as you move forward. So we're not rounding the spine and curling down to the floor. We're keeping all of that engagement in the spine. That lengthening and reach out. And then walking your hands forward as far as it feels good. Smile and breathe. And rising all the way back up, nice and tall. And you give those legs some helping hands as you bring them together and then turn towards the front of the room. So your legs are out long out in front of you. After having those legs apart, we're gonna do one more where you roll the thigh bones together. So you think about like your thighs, your knees, your toes, all like turning towards the front or towards the center. Inhale, both arms up, and then exhale, forward. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, feet together. Ankles together, knees together. So then you like zip everything in. A lot of internal rotation. You can pull those toes back towards your face or point the toes. They'll feel different. So find the one that feels right for you. And then come all the way back up. Just center. Roll it down flat onto your back. Bring the soles of the feet down to the floor. So as the soles of the feet press down to the floor, the knees are bent. Squeeze your butt with your hips up off the ground. Pause. Take your hands and bring them to your shoulders. So your fingertips face your shoulders, your palms are turning towards the floor, but they might not touch down. Elbows are up in the air. Okay. Now, perhaps you press down into your hands and you rise up onto the crown of the head. Perhaps you just hold this position and your head doesn't lift up. Your upper back doesn't lift up. If you're okay there, and you'd like to press all the way up from the top, from the crown of your head, all the way up to your wheel pose. You can do that as well. You're finding bridge, wheels, or like a little in-between space. Squeeze those elbows in.
But the weight come into your hands as you come up, and then squeeze yours up with it. Good. Take these off so they don't slide. Squeeze your elbows in, press down, come on. And one more. Squeeze those elbows in. Chin in. Yeah. Of course.
Nice and slow, lowering yourself down from whatever position you were in. You have an option for a legs up the wall or a shoulder stand. So legs up the wall, you can actually go to the wall, we have plenty of space. Or you can take your legs up in the air and stick the block under your butt. For a shoulder stand, your hands are alongside your body, your legs go up in the air, maybe your hands go to your low back. Try to reach those toes to the ceiling. So if you want to take from your headstand the legs out like windmills, circles all the way around, you can do a couple of those. If you're in shoulder stand, you want to take those toes back behind you so that your toes touch the floor and a plow pose, you can do that. Now see if you can bring those toes all the way to touch in front of you now. And then take them wide and then lift them back up and out. And then back out and up to the sky. So you make like circles. And wide again. Tip. Control. Yep. So whether you're in your headstand or your shoulder stand, or your legs up the wall, we'll make our way out, bringing your knees in and then down to the floor. As your feet would rest down on the floor, separate them out about as wide as the yoga mat. Let both knees fall together. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And then let both knees fall to the right. Keep your feet at the edges of your mats. And then back to your center and both knees to the left. Feet stay at their edges. Good, and then back to center. When the knees come into the chest, just squeeze it in. Good, hands inside the knees, grabbing onto the maybe baby toe sides of the feet, straightening the legs, happy baby pose. One more time on this side, wide legged position. You have an option to keep the knees bent, soles of the feet facing the ceiling, or maybe play with straightening a leg or both legs. See what it's like there for you today. And then coming back through center, the knees into the chest, give yourself a nice hug. And this is where we'll find that final Shavasana. For those of you guys that are at home on the video, I'm going to stop the video now so you take the Shavasana as long as you like and put on some relaxing music or something. For all of us here,